What up? I'm fucking back, dude. It's 12:46, Wednesday, March 6th. Life, dude, life is so fucking awesome, man. Like the totality of 24 hours in a day, like the great expansion of it is a story. It's a book. It's a movie. It's a dream. It's a lifetime. Every fucking day, and every single day, like I feel it so much more. Like the vastness of it. like like the greatness of it, the highs, the lows, like the climaxes and the come downs, and like in one instance, the way that I talk, like it's almost like, dude, it's a fallacy, it's a farce, it's not even real. But then like I look back at it as going, dude, like you fucking live, son. You fucking live, son. And it's like before I look back, and it's like even in the shitstorm of life, and like all these rules and regulations put on you by external figures and external dead things and ideas and rules and regulations brought forth that you were just born into. And it's like, but at the end of the day, like, yeah, it's an itch, it's a scratch, it's a mosquito bite, it's a fucking annoying, but it's at the same time, it's like it's part of it. And like what you're doing, what is coming outside of you, what you are producing for yourself, you're no longer a consumer. You are a consumer. I mean, it's hard to not consume, but that like what you are producing, what you're creating is just overrides and just bleeds over and covers up the reality of the harshness, the inconsistency, like the doubt, the hate, the anger, the weakness, the victimhood. It just overrides all of that, because at the end of the day, like, you fucking make, you fucking create. And like the moment that you can supersede that you are the creator, that the life that it is that you live, that you walk, that you breathe, that you accept is you. And like the only person that you can get mad at is you. Because everything that comes into your realm of creation is your acceptance of. You are the God. You are the king. You are the ruler. You are the queen. You either accept such or you don't. Like, in all reality, you either accept it or you don't. Like, there's no victimhood. Like, there's nothing other than you are a victim to yourself. And that everyone outside of you, like, they have no fucking choice but to follow your fucking command. To follow your ideas, to follow your wants, to follow your desires. Like, in all reality, either they follow it or they don't. Either they're in your life or they're not. It's not a fucking loss. Like, literally, there's not a fucking human being that is more special than you. And that's saying that with me alone. If I don't fit in your reality, then I'm not gonna be there. Like, it is your choice. It's your fucking choice. Like, and it's a beautiful fucking concept. And that goes the same with me. If you're beneath me, then you're fucking beneath me. I'm living and breathing fucking high. I am soaring the fucking sky. There's nothing that can stop me. You bring your witchcraft, you bring your hate, you bring your rumor, you do this, you gang up against somebody, you do that with your weak ass insecurity, little bitch ass behavior. I can't help it. I don't give a fuck. You are not a breath, you are not a thought in my mind. Like, really. And every single day, like, these people just like disappear from my lives. Their ideas, their wants, their businesses, their everything. You are so beneath. And it sounds fucking conceited as shit. Because it is. But in all reality, you know the truth. If they aren't for you, fuck them, because they're against you. And you don't have to partake in anything that is beneath you. You don't have to partake in anything that is against you. It is your choice. They're not worth your time. They're not worth your breath. They're not worth your thought. They're not worth anything. At least to you. And that's okay. It's more than fucking okay. It's just okay. And it's shitty. It sounds shitty. And the only reason why I even come to this conclusion is because there's kids involved in ideas. And kids are innocent. Kids are innocent. But the pride and ego of man, the pride and ego of religion, the pride and ego of you can't be wrong. I'm gonna go and tell you, you're fucking wrong. At least about one thing. At least one thing in your fucking reality. If you're not the controller, honestly, if you put a God before yourself, any kind of God, you are wrong. You are wrong. That is not what it was intended. Hear ye, O Israel. Have no other gods before me. Before me. Before me. Think about the way that is even created. How is that even received? How is that even spoken? How is that even read? And then whom is the receiver, the hearer of that? The speaker and the hearer. Have no other gods before me, yourself. And it's not that you are what you call a so-called God. However, you are the highest authority in your life that is tangible. Meaning that you are no longer a fucking victim. That you cannot look towards, first, a higher power to save you, or to control you, or to do things for you. You have to act first as your highest authority. That was what has always been intended. You are not a fucking robot. You are not a sheep. You act like a fucking sheep because you're a little fucking bitch. But everything in your life is you. Every pill you take, every bottle that you drink, every food that you eat, every activity that you partake in, it is you. Like, there's no other fucking reality. You are your fucking highest authority. There's not a goddamn question about that. And to assume otherwise it's not even ignorant. There's not even a word to explain the idea of the human fucking problem. That there is something that has more authority than you. Like, there's none. It's not a fucking reality. There's no way you can justify that somebody, anybody, a thing, a concept has fucking authority over you. It's not a thing. Think about it. You can sit in a fucking corner in a dark room for the rest of your life and rot to death. That is your choice. Or you can surrender and bend the knee to everything and anyone outside of you. But you are still the controller of that. Like, in every concept. So if you're whining, if you're bitching, if you're crying, if you're incapacitated, it's you. The problem's fucking you. Everything, every time. If someone leaves you, it's fucking your problem. You're the fucking problem. If you're too much, it's your fucking problem. Every problem in my life, everything in my life is me. Because I can choose. I can choose to cater to you. I can choose to play games with a little fucking young ass bitch who doesn't know what the fuck she wants. I can do that. I could meet every need. I can cater to every concept just to get some pussy. It's a very simple concept. But who's in control? Anything and everything. You can get anything that you want in this world. You just have to cater to it. But you are always in control. And that's the funniest thing. It's like there's a system in this world, yes. There's ideas in this world, yes. There's people in power, yes. And you cater to them and you do the things that you do and you get things that you quote unquote want. You quote unquote sell your soul. In the concept, there's no such thing. It's impossible to sell your soul. The whole concept of anything is like, there's all these other make-believe ideas, but at the end of the day, you're still your highest accountability. Like, do you? The people think you're fucking pretty, use that shit. You got a big-ass dick and you can make everyone squirt, use that shit. There's nothing right or wrong about it. I can't help it. It is me. It's a gift. Use it. Nothing wrong or right about it. You have this ability, you have that ability, you have this knowledge, you have that knowledge, use it. Because at the end of the day, you're the only one who makes yourself happy. And if you can sleep at night, fucking sleep, bruh. You know, the hardest thing in this journey is like me still not being hateful, man. Like, not being hateful. Giving everyone grace still. And yeah, I'm harsh as fuck. I'm honest. I'm not harsh. I'm honest. But it's like, I love unconditionally. Like, and then like, I do have my fucking favorites. They could be the fucking devil. I'll love the devil as much as I can, man. There's no option for me. It doesn't mean I have to be with the devil. It doesn't mean I have to give the devil time. Like, I love you for all of humanity. I see the beauty in you. And it is what it is. It doesn't mean I'm not going to go another route. I will. I am. Because, like, some issues are pointless, right? Like, if the devil's the devil, like, that's fine. Be a devil. That's you. It's cool. I love you the same. You're still a beautiful fucking devil. Like, you're stuck in your ways, you're stuck in your old ideas, you can't get out of it. I'm not there to bring you out. I'm not here to save anyone. I'm here to save myself. You know, that's the idea in this idea of Christianity or Jesus or whatever, the savior complex. Like, that's the most ignorant control mechanism ever. For you to self-sacrifice yourself for someone else. There's no beauty in that. In our reality, there's no glory in that. It doesn't mean no. Yes, there's no glory in sacrifice. There's glory in fighting for something that's right. There's glory in giving your all. But to climb or surrender, there's no glory in that. There's no purpose in that. That solves nothing. And to turn the other cheek is ignorant. You slap me, I swear to God, I will fuck you up. There's no in between. Like, please don't test. This is the concept. Don't test God. Don't do it. Don't test the creator. And don't fucking test me. please. In one right of me, I'm going, please do. Show up at my door. Knock. Be a man. Burst that pride and ego. Do what it is that you think that you want to do. But it will not turn out the way that you assume it will. I promise you that. I promise you that. You heard stories about Indians. I'm much more savage than that. And if you give me the legal authority to partake in that, that is a very bad call. That's a very bad idea. Very bad. And like I said, I know the law. And I will push you in that. And then I will have my fun. So just don't test people. That's the one idea. I'm just going to say, don't test me. It's not a very smart thing. I'll let you guys play behind closed doors. I'll let you have chat groups. I'll let you defame my name. Mostly just because my team's bigger than yours. Yeah. You guys heard stories about demons. Like I said, demons bow to me. The things that go bump in the night. The Sandman. They are my friends. They're my brothers. And they're fucking beautiful. The things that keep you up at night. They hold me tight. It's about energy. It's not about eyes and perception. It's about a higher understanding of things. And the higher understanding of this reality of light and dark. And the idea that good and evil per se technically don't exist the way that you understand them. So if there was a concept of a devil, and there was a concept of angels, depending on what side you're on, it's the right side. And for me, I'm both. They're both under me. They're both part of me. They're both my family. And they're needed because they're underneath the umbrella of love. Because love itself in this reality that we live in does not exist without light and dark, without opposites, without checks and balances. And in our reality, the only goodness is in the middle, and the right is wrong, and the left is wrong. You're both fucking wrong. You're both bigots. You're both full of hate. You're both full of fear. You're both full of pride and ego. You're both the demise of men, the demise of mankind, the division of what is right and true. You're just so worked up in pride and ego, and that everything that you were taught, that you were born into, if you go against said such thing, your life is pointless, and it's a lie. Because it is. It is. Doesn't mean the information that you have cannot be useful. It is. There are lessons. You have all that information. Now let's open your mind to the rest of the reality. You know what doesn't work? You know that being a bigot or hateful or calling out a race or an idea does not solve anything, and that violence itself doesn't technically solve anything, technically. It only causes more problems and more cleanup, technically. However, in order to have peace, there has to be war. At least one last one. Right? We gotta take up arms. Our arms. And I'm not talking about physical arms. I'm talking about arms. Intelligence. Wisdom. Compassion. Love. Agreement. Conversation. The tongue. Like I said, if you want to get physical with me, come. Please. Please come. Like, 99.9% of me just yearns for it. If you want to see a fucking savage, come. I want it. I was born in it. Like, it makes me, it's borderline psychopathic for sure. It's just the nature of man. All of us have it. I'm just honest about it. I'll have a chub where I'm smashing your face on the curb. And then I'll lay on the ground and wait. Wait for the repercussions of my actions. Please. I ask for it. But it won't turn out the way that you perceive. I'm of old. If my brain works the way that it does, I have wisdom and understanding that you don't understand. That's why you don't like me, for the most part. Just imagine. Just imagine the capability of what I have, truly, physically. It's fun. It's just a systematic understanding of the biomechanism of the human body. I've studied it for a long, long time. And I've experienced it an uncountable amount of times. In every possibility. In every understanding. I'll shut you off like a button. Like a button. No, just use one hand, one finger. And you will shut down. Simple. Science. It's biology. I fucking love biology. Because your strengths are your weaknesses. And everything is systematically tied to each other. But on another note, like everything in life is beautiful. Every trauma, every experience. It's the art of detach again, where like emotions are very fueled and they're needed, and you can use their fuel. That's the idea. Their fuel. It's free energy. I've talked about free energy for a while. There's many different concepts to that, but there is an idea, and it comes when you can walk into, you can sit in the controller chair. You think about you playing a video games, you playing Sims, and or any game that you can have a player. Like you are detached from that idea. Like you do have emotions, right? But the emotions are detached from the emotions in the game. um, in any kind of game, in any kind of sport, we're gonna stick to games right now because there's a third party disconnect there. Because if you're playing a physical game like a sport, like you are the actor of that game, therefore your emotions tend to be tied to the vessel of you. Because most people don't know how to detach from that. But when it's a video game and you're going through another screen, you're in another reality, like you are detached from, you are another person of that, a distance from that. Now you could be truly engulfed. It's the idea of when someone's like, let's go, like they're playing a game, like and they're fucking excited, they just won, and I'm just like, I'm detached. I'm like, cool, man, let's fucking play another game. Like, we won that one, cool, alright, whatever, next. But like some people, like they have to get hyped up and they gotta be excited for the one win that they just got in a video game that doesn't fucking matter. Like they don't win anything tangible. They get an accolade, I guess, and then they're seeking external validation, I guess. So I don't know. Maybe like in that instance, I could see what they're perceiving. Like they're building their character and their life on the validation of other people. Sure, cool, I get it. It's stupid, it's dumb, it's ignorant, it's childish, and it's whatever. But when that's tied into money, like it's your streamer or this or that, I guess, sure, whatever. But I don't know. It's just easy in those concepts. It's easy to be manipulated and tricked. And like when you're putting your life, like your well-being, your mental health, in the hands of fucking strangers, and in the hands of other weak ass individuals, just hateful fucking people that hate themselves. Like, it's fucking embarrassing because like if you was to take everyone's opinion as gold, like dude, like what the fuck's wrong with you? Yeah, obviously you hate yourself. Obviously you're fat. Obviously you're dumb. Obviously you're stupid. Obviously you're not smart enough. Obviously you're a sinner. Obviously you're gonna burn in the fiery pits of hell. You know, like obviously, because all these other people, they're projecting on you their insecurities, and that's what life is. Life is a projection. Like, and when you can understand the concept of life is a projection, you have to like internalize that, going, wait a minute, my life is a projection of me. If I don't think she likes me, then she doesn't, and I'm gonna do things to make her not like me. It's a projection. I'm not confident, I'm not this, because people don't like people that are insecure. like obviously we want someone safe and secure and who knows themselves, like the things that are attractive, like what is really attractive. And it's not about physical qualities. The only reason why people like physical qualities is because they hate their insides. Like, that's the point. And so they're just gonna look at like physical things and shiny things, like everything glitter is not gold. But in this instance, like it's all about everything glitter is gold because it's based on a concept of time or instant gratification or pleasure. And you're only looking with your eyes, and you're not looking or feeling what's real. It's like, oh man, she's beautiful, she's pretty, but that bitch is dumb as fuck. She don't even open her mouth. She has no idea outside of herself. She only repeats TikTok and Instagram. Like she doesn't create for herself. All she does is walk around and present her body to the world, which is fine. Like, yeah, she's fucking beautiful. But like she's dumber than a box of rocks. I'm going, from one instance, like I'm going, she's not. I mean, everyone's not dumb. That's the point. Everyone's just guarded. Everyone's afraid to be their true selves. You know, and one of the most beautiful things for me is like to get people to tell me what it is that they're passionate about, what they love, what it is that they don't tell nobody else about. Like, she loves Medicine Woman or whatever. Like, she loves that show, or she loves Star Trek, or she's like this or that, or makeup, or this or that. It's like, cool. Like, as long as you love whatever it is that you do, like, there's a lot of understanding in why it is that you perceive that you love those things, and it's beautiful. But it's like I can't say or not say what it is that you love. Like, you're gonna tell me, and I'm gonna be able to read if you're being honest and true about it, and I can watch that. And it's so cool, man. But it has to be outside of you. And that's the thing, it's almost like it's a building block or understanding of like you creating something with your vessel. Video games are cool, man. They are cool. But there is a disconnect. Because you're playing in somebody else's reality. And I love video games. I really do. And you get to be, you know, maybe you're a streamer and you get to be a personification that you're not. But it's like, is that? And there's an idea. I'm not questioning it because it's like I love video games, but I sacrifice playing video games for me. And there's a reality. I talked to somebody tonight. I was like, dude, my dream has always been to like have a fucking partner that played video games. Like, I could just play video games with her, like, and we could fucking just pwn some 6-year-old kids, man. Talk some hateful ass shit to some 6-year-old kids in a fucking video game. Like, that to me would be a dream of all dreams. Like, to just live and play video games with my partner. Like, that'd be cool as shit to me. Like, and you know, we don't have to do it all the time, but like, to me, because I do like video games, but at the same time, like, I want to create music, I want to create art, like, I need to create out of myself, like, you know, I've done the front-loading work to become confident in myself and my skills and my ability to get people, to push people for the better good of them, to get people to communicate and talk to me openly so they could talk to their partners openly, and understand, like, there's no, like, real, well, sometimes there is. Sometimes there is a huge disconnect between a partner and them. And I've hit this scenario many times where sometimes some people are afraid to be themselves with their partners, right? And they have reason to be, and as we go through communication, you know, I don't even talk about that because it's like, no, I'm not even going to push them to be honest and open because I understand the other person's not going to be open to that. They're guarded, they're shut down, they're dealing with their own shit. But then there's some scenarios where I'm going, like, your partner is literally screaming to you that is what they want from you. And then they're actually being honest and open with you to the highest capacity that they can be, but they're needing you to walk hand in hand with them. So you could open them up by showing them trust, and then, well, you're showing trust and respect in the partner of your, they're gonna open up more too. And so, like, it's a fine line. It's not a fine line. It's a huge, drastic difference between humans and relationships. And I can see it from the outside because it's it has a lot to do with play with, like, trauma from their past, insecurities, and then letting me be the example, letting me take the brunt, and then being able to, like, be a vessel for the other person that they want to talk to, understanding me. I'm chameleon, shapeshift, take their energy signature, take their wants and desires and understandings and all this shit. Like, it's very complicated technically, but it's just a mimic energy. It's a mimic of a vibration, and then I can walk into their vibration, so I can shapeshift into another human being. It's kind of like possession, I guess. It's just a mimic of, and then I'm just that person in all reality, but in the shape of me. It's honest and true. It's a gift that I have. It's beautiful and honest and it's real, but it takes a lot of faith in yourself, in myself, to be able to accept and understand and trust that. in the act that I do, and in the way that I push, and the way that I manipulate and trick. I hate to say manipulate and trick because it's a positive manipulation and trick to push you to the highest potential of you. In every concept, you can perceive a lot of things that I do could be negative or calling you out, being harsh, but it's a positive push. Like I said, you would assume that someone saying you're a little bitch, like they're being hateful and mean. I'm going, no, I'm not being hateful and mean. You just don't respond to positivity. You respond to negativity. So I'm going to use negativity to push you to positivity. Like it's very fucking simple. If someone tells me I can't do it, and it makes sense within my mind, I'm gonna fucking do it to prove you wrong. And then some people I can respect and understand, and they can talk to me differently, and I'll respond to them differently. But for other people, like it's just reverse psychology, like in every concept. But in order for reverse psychology to work, that only works on some people based on you, and then other people need positive reinforcement. And you have to learn which person needs what. It's kind of a concept. Say it's to meet a traumatized woman. Sometimes she's gonna perceive positive, especially like a beautiful woman. And so she's been taught that she can get everything that she wants by just existing. Or she's going to use methods against you based on her understanding of how it's worked for her before, like taking away energy, giving energy, being manipulative, showing you interest and then taking it away. Man, she's going to cause you to chase. She wants you to chase her. That's because she feels important. She feels like that's where she gains her energy. She's a vampire. She's a siren. It's not negative and it's not positive. It's just the way that she was learned. And again, like I say, if you have those things, you got to use them to the highest capacity of you. It's not good or bad. It's not negative or positive. Does it harm people? Not really, because at the end of the day, everyone is their own creator. Everyone has their own choices. So I was with someone tonight, and someone was gonna buy some girl something to drink, and I was like, and then he didn't. But then I was like, you gotta use it, girl. If he's offering you to buy you a drink, fucking can't help it. If you're beautiful and attractive, and he's gonna offer you, make him stay with your chest, it's not negative or positive. You shouldn't feel shame or guilt about it. It's him. It's not you. Are you taking advantage of somebody? No, not really. It's his choice. And I had to learn that for myself. And that's why I don't have any remorse in anything that I've done for anybody. If they quote unquote took advantage of me, you never took advantage of me. I'm telling you, you never did. I freely gave it to you. And if I'm upset about it, that's me. It's not you. You're off the whatever, but it doesn't mean I have to continue that now. And I'm learning now, it's some people just aren't worth me fucking doing that. Fuck it. If no one's gonna bend over backwards for me, why would I bend over backwards for anybody else? It's my loss. It's not theirs. It's not their problem. They're not evil. That's what they learned and they got it. You use what the good Lord gave you. You're a fucking fine ass woman, use it. There's nothing wrong about it. And that's where it's the regulation of this and that, or sex workers. Fuck it, man. Who the fuck can tell you what the fuck you can and cannot do with yourself or with your body or with what you're given? Who gives a fuck? Is it maybe put you in some weird situations and it could be unsafe? Sure. But at the end of the day, like, you're the control of that. Why would a government, another man or woman have authority over you to say what it is that you can and cannot do with yourself or your body? Like, zero fucking authority. But with that notion, there does come other responsibilities and like maybe this and that, but then again, the money system itself is something, and I'm not going to say yes or no, or should we support it or not support it. I don't fucking care. I'm living in my own 20-mile radius. I don't give a fuck. I don't watch the news. I don't know shit. I don't care. It's fucking pointless. And in all reality, like, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to like talk to people and they're like, oh, I was worried about this and worried about that. I'm like, dude, man, I'm fucking just living my life. I didn't know any of that existed. And I'm not fucking afraid at all. And then like now you're telling me like you're fucking afraid because of something you saw on TV or this or that. And it's like, I'm not saying be stupid, but whatever comes my way, like, I'll fucking destroy you, like, literally. And I'll laugh while doing it. Like, I will have fun. Especially when it comes to violence. If someone takes violence on me, like, yeah. It's not gonna end the way that you think it's gonna end. It'll be my greatest fucking day. And I will lick the blood off my hands when I'm done. And then I'll go back to fucking painting. And playing and loving. It's just the capacity of a man. The capacity to protect. To protect the highest thing of you. And for me, it's me. Right now. And then weak and innocence. It's not good. It's not bad. It's just life. But to walk around looking for violence is another thing. But to defend, the fucking pleasure. It's a fucking pleasure. Because there's no rules. There's no rules in defense. None. And I'll be skipping like a fucking kid too. Like it's my dream. My dream is to protect. My dream is to protect, like I said, number one, a partner. Like, I don't know what it is about it. And then, like, but my second dream is a daughter. And then my third would be a son. But it's two feminines first. And it's not that they're weaker, because they're not. You could say, based on the programming of humans, that women technically, maybe they're not as fast, right? Maybe they're not physically as strong, as a whole, technically. But whom is to say that they're not mentally stronger in the aspects of them? And that's where I'm at. I'm going, like, what is the most important thing? Like, what is the strongest thing, especially in the times that we're in now? Maybe in the past, physical qualities were more important, and sure. But now, I talked to somebody tonight about it. It's like, dude, we're not afraid, dude. Like, we're not facing this and that. Like, it's not crazy. Especially in America. So, like, what's the greater strength? What is the higher, most important thing? Mentality. Things with the brain, the mental capacity and understanding, manipulation. That's stronger. And we could see this now. Like, we could say this with the idea of pussy power, right? Like, whom is truly in control? And I understand this completely. Because at the end of the day, even me alone, if a woman comes to me and tells me what she wants, like, oh, fuck. If you're going to be so blatant to tell me what it is that you want, and I am that thing that you want, like, I'm going to give it to you. for the most part. Just because, like, for me, it's a turn on. But for someone to speak their fucking mind and be honest and true. But that's what I'm saying. Like, the brain is the stronger thing. Because even in violence, who wins a violent interaction? The one who's in sound and body. Because, like, you could be strong as fuck, but it's the story of David and Goliath. Like, you got the big ass dude, and you got a little guy. Like, he just used his mental capacity and won. He's like, well, I'm not gonna go try and fight him with a sword. He's a big motherfucker. I'm a little dude. He's big. So, obviously, close combat is not the choice. However, there's no rules technically in war. I don't give a fuck. I'm here to destroy him, and he's gonna kill me if I don't kill him. There's no rules here. He has a weapon. He chooses a big ass sword. I'm gonna choose my weapon. That is a ranged weapon, and his is a close combat. There's no right or wrong. Like, this is war, right? This is life and death. So, like, in all reality, you have to look at things that way, going like, my brain, if I can supersede the problem and control it with my mental capacity, like, why would I not do that before physical altercation? However, if we have to go to physical altercation, like, there's no rules in that. Really, like, there's no honor in death or life or fighting, really. Unless you guys set upon some rules, like in most real life interactions of life and death that aren't in a cage, there's no real rules. If someone confronts you, you would have to assume this is life or death. But then again, I mean, I don't know, that's the way I perceive it. That's why I laugh. That's why I laugh. Like, don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. It'll be your last. Like, it'll be somebody's last. There's no in between. If you're gonna throw hands with me, we're not gonna throw hands the way that you perceive you want to throw hands. I don't know what you perceive it in your head, but to me, it's fun. And when I think of fun, I think of the whole totality of the concept of life and death. So, it's gonna hurt real bad. And I hope I get hurt real bad. Because then I kind of get off in that. But that's a different story. It's a different story. I don't know. It helps me know I'm alive. But that's the other idea of the mental capacity of going, like, that's the ignorance of it. That's the simple nomad understanding. And, like, we're above that. We're above that. Me and a dude talked tonight about, like, ideas about kind of like how we could even like, in the government concept of this, dictators, socialism. And I told him, I was like, dude, like, these conversations, they get, like, I love them. Like, it's very difficult for me because I can't ever perceive it in the idea of me. It's hard for me. Because I never want to tell anyone what to do. Really. Like, I don't want to be your creator. I don't want to be your God. I don't want to be your hierarchy. I don't want to be your king, technically. Like, I don't want to force anyone to do anything because, like, that was where I found freedom, right? In doing that for myself and taking accountability for my own actions. But at the same time, it's going like, there's not a reality when the world can change unless that does happen. And then, like, how do you enforce that action? Like, how could you say or change all of this stuff in this reality that we're in based on all this rules and regulations? And then you look at the money system and you're like, dude, these motherfuckers believe it. Right? And then yeah, it is work. It's the way it works. It's the way tangibly, that's the way we perceive it. But it's like in the makeup of the idea of the money system itself is a fucking fallacy, man. It's a fucking video game. Like, boom, update. Boom, update. Boom, update. Boom, update. What's gonna pop $20 trillion out of nowhere? We're gonna just send them billions of dollars out of nowhere. Like, there's nothing's physically backed by anything. Like, in all reality, for someone to assume that the money system itself is right and true and honest and real, like, you're fucking reaching for the fucking stars, son. Like, you're reaching. Like, there's no, like, we could use Jolly Ranchers as a more logical currency than the fucking money system that we're in now, dude. It's fucking make-believe. And you know this. At least a fucking Jolly Rancher tastes good. And so for me, it's like, man, like, everyone's making these false gods out of things that aren't even fucking real, man. Like, it's so bullshit. It's so exchanged. It's a facade. And it really has nothing to do with money. Like, that is just a front for your time, for your attention, and your focus, which is the highest currency of all, which is each individual life. And they're just robbing it from you and making a profit off of you. You are in a slave society. However, you are only a slave because you fucking choose to be. Turn off your TV. Let's go a fucking year with no one watching TV, watching Netflix, watching movies, like, don't even have cable. Like, shut that shit off. It wouldn't take a year. It would only take a little bit. See how things change. Like, you guys have the highest authority of all. Like, you are the consumers. Like, in a consuming world, the consumers is what makes it go around. If people aren't consuming the products will fail. The products will fail. And it's everything, man. I mean, Big Pharma, like, all these ideas of, like, this and that, and it's all fucking kind of confusing because it's like, it's not fucking confusing at all, man. But it's like everything is pushing you to you're wrong. Your anxiety is wrong. Your depression is wrong. I'm going, no, I mean, your depression's telling you you're fucking depressed. You're not fucking happy. You, like, figure out what the fuck that makes you happy. You know what makes you happy? Fucking skipping in your basement. That fucking makes you happy. Go do that shit. Drawing 3 hours a day. Coloring in a fucking coloring book. Blowing fucking bubbles. That makes you happy. Playing with dolls. Doing this. Doing makeup. Doing tattoos. Doing art. Singing. Dancing. Fucking crying. I don't know. But it's like, that's why you're depressed, because you're not doing the things that you love. It's not about going to take a pill that's gonna numb the shit out of you. It's coming back in tune with yourself, with your child self, with what made you free back when you was little, when you had zero responsibilities. And now you gotta learn how to just bridge the gap of that If you got a shit ton of responsibilities, if you got a wife and you got kids, now you're gonna have to learn how to like carve out time. That it's okay to fuck everybody else and go play. Go give yourself time. You deserve to be happy too. And in all these concepts, and I talk to people all the time, it's like, man, you're supposed to be your best self. And if you have a kid and a partner, if you're not your best self, they're gonna know, man. Like, if you're not fucking happy, they're gonna know. And so the times that you literally go and give yourself real time, attention, and focus on shit that makes you happy within reason, like, your family's not gonna get mad. It doesn't mean your wife's gonna be like, dude, like, you've been fishing every day last year and you left me alone. Yeah, obviously, like, you're abandoning her. But at the same time, it's not even your responsibility to make your wife happy. However, you guys agree upon shit, and you need to be in consideration. But if your wife's gonna be upset, mad, and not finding an outlet like you have of fishing for herself, and she thinks that you're supposed to cater to her happiness, like, obviously it's not gonna fucking work out, man. And that's where you both need to be supportive to each other. Where, like, you like to go fishing, where you're like, look, I know you love taking photos, you like this, you like crochet or whatever the fuck it is. Like, I support you completely. Like, you go do that, I'm gonna go fishing, and then we can come back together and, like, love. But each individual person has to have their own thing. I mean, and if you're ever so lucky that you guys have the same passions, and like, that's even more beautiful. But you still have to have, like, individual time. And that's the thing that I'm, like, trying to figure out my idea. Because I talked to some people tonight, and they were like, you know, I saw one girl, and I saw her, and she was sitting with some dudes. You know, later we ended up sitting together the rest of the night. She was like, dude, I was miserable over there, but I didn't want to leave because I didn't want to hurt nobody's feelings. I was like, girl, you gotta get over that shit. I was like, because you literally just came over here, and then now you're talking about this how miserable you was sitting in this scenario because you didn't want to speak up for yourself, and that you didn't want to be rude. I was like, so you literally wasted hours of your life being miserable because you didn't want to hurt somebody else's fucking feelings. Like, I was like, so really, at the end of the day, like, who lost? You did. You did. I was like, you gotta come out of that, girl. I was like, I've been coming out of that idea for a while. It's like, dude, fuck that, man. I don't give a fuck what you think. If I don't like it, I don't have to partake in this bullshit. And it sounds shitty, man. It really does. I'll support you where I feel like it's a valid idea to support you. But, like, a lot of times, like I said, all those ideas have to do with pride and ego. Like, the things that I'm not gonna agree with is pride and ego and single tracked mind. And but if you're open minded and, like, it has nothing to do with pride and ego, like, then I'm cool, man. But, like, especially anything that is one sided, religion, ideas like that, like, they're not, number one, intelligent. They're a waste of fucking time, and it's just nothing but control and protection of men and their pride and ego, and no growth, and, like, childlike, which I don't like to use that word because children are smart, adults are stupid. It has to do. It's just crazy, man. It's like everyone, they were kind of talking about this one woman and how she was a whore, I guess. So she just ends up with a lot of guys. I'm going, like, honestly, like, from my perspective, I'm like, dude, like, if she's just doing her, if she's happy with it, if she's okay with it, the way that she's living life, like, there's nothing negative about it at all, man. Like, she needs some dick. She wants dick. She needs attention. This is what she's figured out. She can sleep at night. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing. Again, who am I to say that what she's doing or the way she's living is wrong? She's doing God's work. She's helping these men feel happy and feel good about themselves. And whatever, dude. Like, in all reality, like, there's two sides to every story. And like I said, especially for me, like, I think about the idea of like older women. Like, I literally go around the world and like I said, I'm attracted not necessarily to older women. They're just honest, and it's a different game. I wouldn't say it's easier. It's just there's actually like a lot of times there's actually like an answer where like most younger women, they're so confused. There's never like an ending variable or answer or solve. And so like I just learned early on, and I learned every day, like some problems you can't answer them. That's the biggest lesson. It's one of the biggest lessons I've had to learn in this journey. I'm a problem solver. But 99.9% of the problems that you face, they cannot be solved. Especially when they pertain to other people. And so that's when you have to walk away. So it's the same thing with my whole family. I tried to solve. And then I realized the reason why I could walk away was because like I can't solve their problems. They're their problems. They're not mine. And so I was like, boom, my hands are off. Like, I can't solve their problems. Those problems are for them. They know the variables, I do not. It's their pride and ego. It's not mine. And so it's kind of like the same thing a lot of times with these younger women. Like, they have all these other ideas and variables. Like, I can't solve them. I'm not Captain Save-A-Ho. And I can't save them. It's their equations. It's their problems. But the older women, they tend to be more able to solve the problem. Where, like, for me, the older women are just like, they just need to be appreciated and listened to. And then in return, like, I can get nurtured and nurtured and supported like I needed from a mother. And yeah, sometimes it's sexual, but whatever. It's not negative or positive, but it's just understanding the problem. I can solve those problems and help, do God's work and help Stella get her groove back. But it's just I don't know, man. And like I said, I have a need that I need. Like, I need to be nurtured. I need to be taken care of. I need to be listened to. I need to be like not neglected like I was my whole life. So they feel the need for me, I feel the need for them, equal give and take. It's not negative or positive. It's just life. And that's the idea. It's like we always black and white, negative and positive, right and wrong. And it's like, dude, none of that shit's even real. Two consenting adults that want to do some fucking nasty ass shit. Like, whom's to say that what they're doing is right or wrong? Like, it's within their reality. It's within their king and queenship. It's within the rules and laws that they created for themselves. Like, they are the highest judge of that. If they can sleep at night when they get done doing some nasty ass shit, pissing on each other, whatever the fuck it is, snorting cocaine off each other, who cares? As long as it doesn't affect anybody else, like, who cares? It's within the realm and the expansion of life. And I never really truly thought about it until just now. Even though, like, I'm not saying that I'm against government I am in the sense of the way that government works now. I'm definitely not for it. Um, I'm more for Bill of Rights, the original Constitution, because they had good intentions. But as time has gone by with no checks and balances, everything has changed and morphed. Um, but then even then, I'm before rules. I'm before regulations that are written. It should be written on your core. It's written on mine. Why isn't it written on everybody else's? So, um, what's the idea of the Ten Commandments or the Golden Rule? Like I said, for me, like my greatest rule, the rule that rules them all, is like don't infringe on somebody else's free will. That's the only rule that pops into my head. It's the only thing that really even exists for me. It's like don't infringe on somebody else's free will. Don't lie. Don't manipulate. Don't trick. To overpower anybody or to take something from somebody else. Now, like I said, I do manipulate. I do trick to get people to push past themselves, but it's never for my gain, really. Do I get some kind of fulfillment out of it? Kind of, I guess. I mean, I'm proud if I can get someone to push themselves or to take a leap of faith in themselves, but it's never really like a tangible thing for me. So that's kind of how I live my rule system. But in the idea of drugs or this or that or sex or anything, like whatever two consenting adults do, yes, there's repercussions that come with those actions, but you're a fucking adult, man. Like if you want to go run a train or you're a woman and you want to get fucked by 10 people, gangbanged, like how is that right or wrong? It's not, man. It's you. It's your holes. I don't know, man. Who am I to judge? Who am I to judge that? I can't. The possibility is here. You can do it. You can do anything you want. It's not, I don't know, man. And then it kind of whoops me back again to an idea of like, man, like, what do I want to do? Maybe at the end of the day, I don't want to marry anybody. I do, because I do want a partner with me. But it's like, but maybe like my idea of that would be like me with a partner, and we're in an open relationship, and we can fuck anything that we want to fuck. We can experience anything that we want to experience. Like the sky is the limit. Like I said, as long as we communicate and we don't lie to each other, we don't trick and manipulate each other. Like, I'm cool with it, man. I mean, in all reality. If I want to spend the night with somebody, we hit it off. Like, as long as I'm honest with my wife about it or whatever, my partner, and she's okay with it, and I know I'm gonna be home with her tomorrow, but tonight I'm living in the moment. Or she wants the same thing. She met somebody, she wants to partake in it. I'm like, well, I don't know, man. Like, you do you. As long as you're coming home to me tomorrow, who cares? We're in this for the long run. But I'm here to experience life, and you're here to experience life. I'm not here to restrict you from that. I just want you to be happy, and I know you want me to be happy. As long as we can both sleep at night. Why not? I'm not your ruler. I'm not an insecure little bitch that has to control my wife and then use a god to keep you in place. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I laugh at religion. There are real repercussions to everything. And like I said, you got to be a pretty strong-willed man or woman in order to even share your husband or wife or share anything of yours. And then there's always a risk that the other person goes away from you. And like I said, those are the risks of it. But in the idea of love or eternity, like that's a lifetime with somebody, like in order for that idea to be so beautiful and vast. Like there has to be an option where you do get cheated on, where you do get left, where you do get hurt. Like that is the epitome of love. The epitome of love is the epitome of the rest of it, the contrast of it. And so maybe you've lived a life the opposite of love. And then, like, so then when you find somebody that you do love, like, you're like, well, I don't even want to fucking partake in the other contrast of it because I've already been in the contrast of love. And now I just want love. I just want a partner. I don't want to cheat. I don't want to look at another person. I just want to live this. I've experienced enough. I have enough comparison. You know, I have a high body count. I have this and that. Like, now I want regular. I want consistency. I want someone who's going to be there even when I'm fucking flipping out, throwing my coffee on the floor, whining, crying, incapacitated, sleeping underneath a fucking table in the Airbnb, you know, not able to communicate what it is I feel, and I can't stop it, and I'm just flipping the fuck out. But I know that my partner's there, like, gonna accept me the same way, no matter what it is that I do. We can work through it together. And I look at my life, man, dude. I look at all my relationships and I'm going, you know, those are all relationships that I don't ever want to have again. Like, literally. Like, so I know what I don't want. So now I know what I do. I want consistency. I want honesty. Like, I don't want to have to fight. And if we do fight, which we should, we're going to have squirrels and disagreements and stuff, but it's like I don't have to like worry about getting my ass beat or this or that. I can have, like, I'll have compassion for them and they'll have compassion for me. I don't have to be, you know, fucking bombarded with questions all the time about this and that because they're gonna trust me because I trust me. And that's the other idea. It's like when you can trust yourself, you honor yourself. Like, you're not gonna do that to other people. You know, like, if you make a commitment to somebody, like, then you honor that. You don't have to make commitments to everybody, but you can at least make a commitment to one person. And then when you learn to have commitments, hold up commitments to yourself, and it's not even, I perceive a lot of times, like, people put so much faith in habits, and then they get lost. Like, I have to work out, and then they become like, they feel sick when they don't work out, or if they cheat and they eat something, this and that. I'm going, no, the answer is balance, for sure. Find balance and everything, but it's like, what is even a real commitment to yourself? Like, most shit is so superficial. I look at it and I'm going, like, that's not even a real commitment. Like, that's superficial bullshit that means nothing. Like, I need to work out every single day so I can have a six-pack of abs, so I can attract these type of women, so I can fuck all these girls to deal with my insecurities. I'm like any kind of commitment you do for that, like, to each his own, fine. But you're neglecting the reality of that, like, you're fucking perfect already. Like, you're enough already. So it's like, what kind of commitments and stuff that you need to hold yourself accountable for? Like, what are the good things? Like, to be honest with yourself, to love yourself, to appreciate yourself, to listen to yourself. And like, in all those concepts, maybe for one human being, it's like, dude, I need to eat fucking pancakes every fucking day. Or I need to sleep this many hours a day, or I need to make sure I go have fun, or I draw, or I paint, or I at least listen to my wants and desires. Maybe I need to go fuck. Maybe I need to do this. Like, and it's okay. Not to look at it wrong, and maybe I need to do whatever it takes. Maybe I need to call this booty call up, or whatever it is. Not to look at it as negative or positive. Maybe I need to go get high. Maybe I need to go have a night on the town. Maybe I need to go do some drugs. Maybe I need to do this. Maybe I need to do that. Maybe I need to go experience this. And like, that is where I'm going. Like, that's where you need to be honest with yourself. Going like, I need this. I don't need it all the time, but maybe I need it right now. Maybe I need a break. Maybe I need an escape from reality. And it's okay. Maybe I can set my parameters and my rules and regulations that's safe, and I can do this. I can step outside the social norms and acceptable norms of the reality that I was raised in, and it's okay. I'm not harming anybody. I'm not hurting anybody. I'm safe. I'm at home. Like, I'm this, I'm that, I'm whatever. You're getting a whore, whatever the fuck it is that you want to do. Like, I think anything is okay within reason, and you need to at least listen to yourself and think it's okay without having somebody else tell you what's okay and what's not okay. Like I said, one of the greatest ideas in anything is the acceptance of what it is that you do. And the moment that you can accept that, everything changes. Because a lot of the ideas and the things that we do as humans, some of the beauty, some of the allure of it, is the resistance that it's okay. It's that rebellion spirit. And like, the moment that you like, well, I'm allowed to go do this, sometimes you like start to go, well, maybe I need to like change the parameters on when I do this, because now I have the freedom to do it. And if I do it all the time, then it's just gonna be fucking super regular. It's no longer special. I'm no longer gonna get the need and want that I want from it, or that I have been, because now it's like it's always there. And so then you're gonna wean yourself off of it from doing it as much. And then at some point you're like, I don't even need it. It's not even really fulfilling me anymore, because like, I took away the want and desire to do it, because it was a taboo thing, and the taboo-ness of it was what made it so sexy, made it so fun. And now I'm realizing it was just negative to me, really. It's not benefiting me at all. I don't even really truly like it that much. I'd rather have companionship. I'd rather have honesty. I'd rather have like connection and true intimacy. And why would I want a relationship with someone I always fight with? That makes fucking zero sense. Yeah, the sex is great, but I hate him. I hate her. I can't even fucking stand him. The sex is good. We're angry. And I can just fuck him as hard as I want. I can fuck her as hard as I want. I can treat him like trash. Because ultimately I'm just treating myself like trash. When I want to project it on somebody else, so I don't perceive it as doing that to me. I don't know, man. This is not another reality, man. It's just not. I'm living in our reality. I can't lie. I could imagine I could say, I wish someone was beside me, or this or that, but it's like at the end of the day, like that is not such. And it's understanding yourself, going like, well, I'm not. Maybe I wasn't healed enough before. Or I still had this, or I had that. I gotta right some wrongs. I gotta overcome this thing before anything can truly change. But it's like every single day, dude, I'm fucking proud of myself, man. And in all reality, it's really overwhelming. It's really overwhelming. But it's fucking beautiful. And you can look at the past. I look at the past a little bit, and it's like, it is a little sad, I guess. But I had some woman today, she asked me, she's like, are you sad? I was like, fuck. I was like, no, I'm not sad. Like, I don't. She's like, well, good. There's no point in being sad. And I'm like, well, yeah. There's a point to everything. There is a point to everything. And that's the other thing, like in this journey, like I said, I've looked at a lot of things, and there is always a point to everything, and nothing in your life is pointless. There's always a point. It's whether or not you can see it, or see the point that you need to see. And sometimes you can't ever see the point until you are a far distance away from the real life interaction of that point or that thing that you've gone through. And it could be anything, man. It could be the idea of showing someone unconditional love and understanding they're stabbing you in the back the whole time. When they're talking about you behind your back or this or that, like, and it could be hard. It could be hard to be honest. It could be hard to be true. It could be hard to be good. It could be hard to be unconditional love. I don't see it. I don't know, man. I still love people unconditional, and it's kind of a weird idea, because like I look at my family and I love them unconditionally, but I don't want to fucking be with them. Like, there's no other easy way to say it. Like, I don't fucking care. Like, I know what you have done behind my back. So it's like, in one right, like, I don't want to be with you. I don't want to sit with you. I'm not going to dine with you. I'm not going to eat with the dead. It's just not a thing. However, I do love you unconditionally. And to be able to, like, literally say that and speak that in one term, in one sentence, like, it's a paradox. It's not even supposed to be a possibility of things. But, like, for me, it has to do with the totality of everything. Going, like, I get it, man. I get everything that you did. Like, I remember, like, I made a talk, and I was like, I talked about this one place, and I was like, dude, if you guys aren't making fun of me, like, I would look differently upon you. Like, you have every reason, based on what it is that I'm saying and doing, to make fun of me. Like, I do, I see it. Like, however, I love you the same. And if I didn't go through both aspects of this, like if I didn't come from the past and then walk it and then be the one creating these actions in the now and loving myself unconditionally, I would be making fun of myself too. Like, this dude's fucking crazy. This dude's this dude's that, but it's all based on my own insecurities of myself. Because now I look at people, man, and it's like, dude, these people fucking make me laugh, man. Like, people that are just, I don't see the idea of cringe anymore, really. Like, it's not even a reality for me, because if you're getting cringed or an ick from somebody else, It's because it's an insecurity in you. Like that's all it is. It's not. It's you not accepting yourself. That's why, like, I'll pick my nose, or I'll shove my drumsticks in my nose, or I'll do this or do that. I'm going like, I get that this is cringe from other people or nasty or disgusting, but it's like, but it's not. In all reality, like fart, piss, shit, boogers. In all reality, like there's a reality when yes, it's fucking disgusting. But at the same time, but it is a natural process of things. It's a production of you. Like, how can you be ashamed of the fact that you shit? Like, that's the dumbest fucking idea ever. I'm ashamed that I fart or I shit. It doesn't mean, I'll leave a room before I fart in front of somebody. And it's not about me being embarrassed. It's fucking rude, man. It's fucking rude. It's fucking rude. I don't want to. This is my shit. It's my smell. Like, why would I fart in front of you? Like, that's not a fucking funny thing. It's fucking rude. Like, there's no shape way around it. Like, it's not funny. Little kids find it funny, sure. But, like, for me, it's like, I don't want to smell your fucking flagellants. That's fucking weird, man. What the fuck's wrong with you? Is it semi-funny? Yeah. Is it fucking disrespectful as fuck? Sure. That's where I'm getting off at it. And so it's like the concept again of like you holding yourself to a higher standard of going like doing to others as you want them to do unto you. I don't want fucking someone to crop dust me. That's fucking weird, man. Like, it's not fucking funny. It's disrespectful as fuck. I don't want to smell your shit. It's not cute. I don't get it, man. I don't know why I'm at this point right now, but it just never made sense to me. You know, it's one thing maybe if you're in your own house, and it's your domain, it's your kingdom, sure. But like if you're out in public or like common spaces or like in somebody else's fucking home, like that's a fucking weirdo thing to do. It's fucking shitty, man. and then to make somebody smell your own shit, like that's a fucking weird, man. It's just goddamn disrespectful. Especially when you have the capability of like not just letting it go. It's one thing when you get older or this or that, or you guys are fucking or this or that. Like that's different. That's just natural process of things. But a crop dust somebody in the grocery store or just like, that's fucking like you're just a bastard, man. Like you got no respect. Yeah, it's fucking weird, man. I definitely fucking look at you different. And then you could look at a lot of things where like and then if I'm playing music real loud and people can hear it, there's no fucking respect. Like, yeah, I get it, I guess. And that's where, like, the double standards come into play and all kinds of other shit, but... Because then, like I said, that's the idea. Then you create your own reality, you create your own judgments, and you have to hold yourself accountable to those. And so, boom, there you go. Like from my perspective, I'm going like, you know what? Music is one thing, or especially profanity. Um, like me having to physically smell somebody else's fucking shit. That's a different fucking story. But then again, who knows? As long as I can sleep at night. But the future, man, the future for me, like every day, like it's like who knows? Who knows who I'll meet? Who knows who I'll date? Who knows who I'll fall in love with? Who knows who I marry? Like, and when the time comes, like everything will be exactly what it is. And it's hope. It's fairy tale, and it's beautiful. And it's like now I know. It's like I'm just waiting for the fucking challenge, man. Because like for me, it's like I've healed infinitely so much, and I'm fucking proud of myself. I'm so fucking proud of myself. It's like now I'm just perceiving like I was laying on a railroad track, just waiting for the train to come. And then like I untied the rope. I got myself up and I walked away from that train. And I just started walking towards the sun. Started walking towards infinite possibilities, and that I could walk with my head high, and I am okay. I'm not my past, and my past is gone. I don't even really remember what my past was or what it, what it meant. And like now, it's like all that shit is just, it's not even really a thought. It wasn't even really even real. Is it real? And it's not, because those people are gone out of my life, and those people that anyone who brings up something of your past or something that you did in the past, like really, like, and they use it against you now, it's like fuck them, because they're holding on to that. There's nothing you could do to right that wrong. Like, you did it, whatever, it is what it is. It doesn't mean it was right or wrong. But it's like if those motherfuckers hold on to it for eternity and then dream on it and they think on it and they live on it and they build a life on it, something act that you made in the past that was a mistake and that you're sorry for, like there's nothing you can do about it. They can call you a bastard forever, but they're really just calling themselves a bastard. Like they just can't get over themselves. And it doesn't mean that the shit in the past was okay or right or wrong, but it's like, dude, that's so 2000 and late, Like, get over yourself. Quit living in the past. This shit's boring. I'm going to bed. Holla. Love y'all. Peace.